You're listening to the North Carolina Food and Beverage Podcast, coming to you from the Kitchen Studios, located high atop the historic Raleigh building, located in the heart of downtown Raleigh. The NC F&B Podcast takes you behind the scenes of North Carolina's food and beverage industry. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at NCFBPod. This episode is sponsored in part by Food Scene. That's foodseen.com. Providing professional photography, social media management, video production, and website design. That's Food Scene. And now, the sommeliers to the stars, the barbacks in your backyard. It is Max and Matt.
Matt Konar.
Technically. Oh, yeah. Matt Konar.
Matt Konar filling in today.
That's right. So, hello, and thank you for listening to the North Carolina Food and Beverage Podcast. I'm your co-host, Max Trujillo.
Matt Konar co-hosts today, filling in.
There you go. Matthew Konar, also known as Konar Architect, the designer of very, very fancy places such as the Atlantic Lounge.
That's correct. That's where we're going next, actually.
Oh, it's a good
Do you
place.
have a key?
I do have a key.
Good for you.
All right, so today is day 5 of This Is Not a Happy Hour. Wouldn't it be cool if our state could kind of think about things like that? I know business owners, such as some of those that are nearby, could probably benefit from that. So without further ado, let's introduce some people here. We have Lewis and Cindy Sheets.
Howdy, y'all.
Hello.
Hello.
Short Walk Wines. And they are a short walk from our offices down here on Hargett and Fayetteville because they are on, was it
Martin Street, yeah.
Martin and
Martin and Blunt.
Blunt.
Yeah.
Right across the street from 42 and Lawrence, essentially.
Correct.
Delicious, amazing wines. It's funny, Lewis and I knew each other in a different way, and then out of nowhere, he just opened a wine shop. I went, what? You have a wine shop? Because Lewis has been working closely with NC State and the mentorship programs, doing great work, fostering young talent, getting people, ready for this business world. And both my wife and I know him fairly well. And then Cindy,
Bam.
Was it your fault?
Probably. Yes. We are semi-retired, or I am, so I needed something to do.
And let's open a wine shop.
It wasn't needed downtown.
What is the idea of this wine shop?
So we want to cater to people who live downtown, work downtown, can walk to the shop, can actually carry their purchases home, or come in the shop, drink a glass, and go home with more than 2 bottles of wine because they don't live far away.
Yeah, that's how we experienced it. We went, it was actually Felicia and I, when we kind of first were getting the neighborhood down for this office, we said, Short Walk just opened. I think we were there on the second day or perhaps, and ordered a bottle of wine. And as we were drinking and having a good time, we were just kind of walking around. Oh, we're going to take that home, and I'm going to get that 6-pack of beer. And before long, you had all my money.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's great. And we still have more people to interview, to announce on the show. Right across from me is Brooke West. Brooke West is, well, she's many things. I'll let you tell us yourself. But working for a company that I could barely say the name of earlier, SOFlete.
SOFlete. So close. So close. I do. I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist, but I was a foodie before I was a dietitian. I like to preface that.
Yeah.
So I'm a lover of all things food. I'm not the food police.
Nice. And as anyone that follows Konar on social media knows that he lifts a lot of heavy things like weights, and you have kind of helped him with his regiment. Is that fair to say?
Yes. So my specialty is human performance and sports nutrition.
Fueled by Brooke West.
Yeah. So he's lifting. Is he lifting heavier things now?
Lifting all the things, eating all the carbs.
Yes.
It's a good life.
It is a good life. It's very filling.
Yeah. So how much you bench, Konar?
My bench? My bench is that's one of my worst lifts. Thanks. Can you ask how much I snatch?
How much do you snatch? I don't
you.
like asking people how much they snatch, but you ask. So yeah. How much do you snatch?
About 1 1/3 my body weight. So we're talking like about 200 pounds, and I weigh a little over $150.
Wow, that's a lot of weight to snatch.
There's some red face action going on, and it's not that easy, some grunting.
That you put your successes and your failures on Instagram.
I do. I love my failures, actually.
Watching you try to
I laugh
pick that
my
up.
ass off at myself when I fail, especially.
Yeah, failing meaning you fell back on your ass while you had a few hundred pounds of weight on you.
Yeah, no, I think 2 weeks ago I
Yeah.
tried a PR, like a lifetime best snatch.
Yes.
And literally had it and then just leaned back and literally fell on my ass. But a week later I hit it, you know?
did it, yeah.
Yeah.
So Brooke, you are, as I mentioned, a fellow podcast host on your own show. What would be something you would ask if this was your show right now and you've got these cast of people in this room? Any thoughts come to mind? How would you lead this?
We do a performance podcast where we talk a lot about nutrition, recovery. Honestly, we also tell a lot of inappropriate jokes. We are an explicit podcast.
Good.
So I don't know.
Ask Max
I also
anything
am
you
trying to
want
watch
know.
my mouth. I have the vocabulary of an educated sailor, so I'm just trying to bring it in.
Did you think this was for kids?
I don't know.
It's fine.
There's alcohol here.
Yeah.
True. I'm enjoying a really nice glass of wine.
So, and with that, today on the final day of our This Is Not Happy Hour, we have Trophy, both the brewery and Tap and Table, which is right there a block away on Wilmington. We recently had Chris Powers, the one of the owners of Trophy, on, along with Adam of Crank Arm. We talked about friendly competition as breweries in the same town and all. And then after that, went off, I said, hey, you guys really want to compete? Will both of you come and host yourselves at our event? But today we have food and beer from Trophy, which has been excellent. Has everybody gone and had some food yet?
Yes.
So good.
Yes.
Brian, the chef, is throwing it down back there. Pork belly sliders, some poke bowls,
Yeah. Spicy tuna.
Spicy tuna.
and
That's the
sea salt brownies.
Are these all approved?
They are already unapproved. Rest assured.
Yeah. Did you not allow Konar to eat anything off that table?
No, well, see, the joke is that right now we're friends and he likes me because he can eat whatever he wants. He's not going to like me when I tell him he has to cut carbs in like 2 weeks.
Right now it's eat more.
Oh.
Pick up another one.
Wow.
Maybe not the drinks, but the food.
Yeah.
All the brownies.
Interesting. Where do you come down on eating a bunch over the day for, like grazing, snacking, like healthy things, as opposed to the intermittent fast of like not eating for 12 to 15 hours?
I'm not a fan of intermittent fasting personally. It's just a different way to cut calories, essentially, right? You're limiting your food window. So, but a lot of the people I work with are so active that I don't recommend intermittent fasting because you should be fueling and preparing for your activity, whatever that may be. I feel like everyone should at least be doing a 12-12 intermittent fasting, which is actually a style of intermittent fasting which is a lot about our culture and how much we eat.
Yeah.
But at least 12-12 intermittent fasting is like a normal eating pattern. But the more extreme ones I usually don't advocate for just because I think you should be fueled for your life and your activity.
I like that answer. I like eating and drinking all the time. We'll take a little break. We'll come back with some more cast of characters, and that'll be it. Thank you. Thank you all for being on.
Cool.
Go to
Thanks for having
Shorewalk
us.
Wines.
Shorewalk
Yes,
Wines,
thanks.
123 Martin Street.
122 Martin Street.
East Martin.
East Martin.
We'll pause for a moment to talk to our restaurant people. That's right, managers, servers, bartenders, barbacks, line cooks, chefs, anyone that's touching the POS system. I gotta ask you, do you like this system your restaurant is using right now? Is it efficient? Is it easy to use? Is it intuitive? Well, I have a system that is really cool. It's called Cake by Cisco. Cake by Cisco is a point-of-sale system that integrates guest manager systems, online ordering, and of course, the point-of-sale terminal. With affordable hardware, 24/7 customer support, and transparent pricing, it's really a simple and smart way to go. Fun fact, did you know that integrating Cake's POS and guest manager products have proven to increase table turns by 6%? That's a projected revenue by up to $14,000 in a single year. Look at all these stats that I have. I know things. Well, give them a call. They'll tell you things as well, and you will be satisfied. Their number is 855-696-CAKE. Or head over to trycake.com. Or click the link in our show notes. And don't forget to let them know that the gents from the North Carolina Food and Beverage Podcast referred you. Cake by Cisco.
This segment is brought to you by the Triangle Wine Company. Visit Triangle Wine Company stores in Morrisville, Cary, and Southern Pines, North Carolina. Or order your wine and beer online at trianglewineco.com. And be sure to use our promo code NCFB to receive 10% off your purchases. Triangle Wine Company.
And we're back. We are back on Friday. It's the last night of This Is Not a Happy Hour, hosted here at the Kitchen Raleigh with yours truly, Max Trujillo, Jen, Peeler Truman.
Yo.
Just sitting over there in the corner.
I got my beer.
Yeah. You have a trophy beer. You have a trophy wife.
My favorite trophy wife.
That's right.
That's what I am.
And you have this because Trophy Brewing and Trophy Tap and Table came in and threw down food today. And with us then, we have Jennifer Kessing, the general manager of Trophy Tap and Table, and Brian Jenzer, the chef of Trophy Tap and Table. You get it. Thank you, and welcome for being here.
Thanks for having us,
everybody.
Thank you.
So, what did you throw down tonight? What was the food?
We had cucumber cups with cream cheese and a little poppy seed, little lemon zest, pork belly sliders with kimchi, and mascarpone brownies, and a little tuna poke.
Yeah.
Healthy food to end the week, you know?
You really did throw it down. It was crazy. I saw the half of what you had put out, and I thought, wow, this is amazing. And then I turn around and I see you making pork belly sliders. I'm like, wait, what? You're doing that too?
Yeah.
So thank you for really just going all out. And Jennifer, what were the beers that we were drinking tonight?
So tonight we had Trophy Wife, which is our session IPA, everyone's favorite, I think.
Yes.
And then we also had Tough Folks, which is a beer that we brewed recently, collaboration with American Aquarium, a band that came into town last weekend, local Raleigh group that really supports the Raleigh community.
Yeah, they're a great band. And then we also have Mr. RanLew, Randy Lewis himself of RanLew Dairy. Say hello.
Hello.
I said let's talk dairy because you know cows.
I do know cows.
Yeah. The first time I knew of you, my beautiful wife took pictures of you at your farm with these beautiful little cows. All your dairy cows. Are they Jersey cows?
We have Jerseys, Guernseys, Holsteins, Brown Swiss, and combinations of all the above.
Holy cow!
So if we have the menagerie and one milk and shorthorn. I think we have the only milk and shorthorn in North Carolina at this time.
What type of breed? What is that? What does it look like?
It's kind of a roan red cow. They're just cute as buttons. If there was a purple cow, I'd try to have one. I just want one of every color of everything.
So dark cows make chocolate milk, right? That's the way it works?
Absolutely, absolutely. Red cows make like that strawberry swirl.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
This is good science talk about dairy.
Absolutely, yeah. Everybody knows that.
So, when I was in France just over the summer, all the milk just left out, not refrigerated, just sitting out there. You just pop it, you drink nice warm room temperature milk. That is not the case here. And what is that? Pasteurization? Is that what's happening?
Well, no, milk left at room temperature, the bacteria multiply very, very fast. So refrigeration is the reason you do that to start with. We milk the cows and it's refrigerated immediately, and kept like at 38 degrees.
So why are they not all dead in the old country?
I'm not exactly sure about that, but you can rest assured you cannot do that here and get away with it. That just ain't going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody's like about pasteurization or something. It's tasty milk. I mean, I don't know. Most people just have the grocery store milk. You don't think about it twice. What's the deal? Why is your milk so delicious?
Well, it's because we don't homogenize it. We do pasteurize it. The state of North Carolina.
Homogenization. That might be what's going on.
Yeah, that's the state of North Carolina makes sure that you pasteurize it. Mm-hmm. We should have actually called our milk barely legal. That should have been the brand name to start with. I think we really missed the boat on that one, but
barely legal.
Yeah, because we do. Milk is not broke. It don't need fixing. It don't need dressing up. It don't need nothing. All you need to do is do what the law says you got to do, and drink it. So we don't do anything to it. We milk it out of the cow, cook it, which is what the pasteurization process is.
Yeah.
And then we put it in a jug, and you get it after that. The cream still rises to the top. That's what homogenization does. Is it explodes the fat molecules so that the cream stays mixed up in there. That's why you don't have to shake milk anymore. But ours you have to shake everything.
Right. Yeah. You got to shake some RanLew.
Yes, you do.
Please tell me you don't make skim milk.
No, we don't make skim milk. No, we make a low fat milk. A low fat, which is about 2%, but we put it and we pump it into a tank and let the cream rise off of it, and then we gravity feed the low fat milk off the bottom. So, our milk's not beat up, bruised up, slaughtered in any way. It's handled gingerly, you might say. For the milk industry, our milk is handled very, very tenderly. And
nice.
So low fat is as low as we'll go. And our buttermilk, people like our buttermilk, we sell as, never thought I'd make buttermilk. When we started this process, never even thought I'd make buttermilk. And we make as much buttermilk now. We made about 300 gallons this week. And, it works well, and our chefs like it, because it's full fat. And we don't put any of the stabilizers, nothing like that in it, it's just natural. It's nothing in there but milk, culture, and a little bit of salt.
Who's the amateur with the phone ringing?
I'm afraid it's me.
Oh, RanLew!
My bad.
That's it. That's a great. Do you want to answer it on the phone?
No,
podcast?
No, it's my niece. Trust me, you don't want to hear her. She's a bigger redneck than I am.
Then we definitely wanted her on. All right. Well, and coming in late because he was a little tardy. But this is just a slice of life, I got to tell you right now. It's why I love what I do and the people that I know. Previous guest of the podcast, Chef Daniel Lewis, is here. He owns Coastal Seafood Provisions out in the Outer Banks, as well as a few other restaurants. I'm not going to give the whole thing. You got too much going on.
Yeah, it's too many names.
But Dan texted me this morning and said, hey, I'm going to be in Raleigh this weekend. What's happening? What's going on? I said, well, my thing is happening.
I know. I saw your post and
said,
hey,
the happy hour.
Road trip.
She's like, great, I'm coming out. About 20 more minutes later, I get a text, shall I bring some oysters? I'm like, what? He's like, I got a lot of oysters. So Dan just shows up in the middle of the happy hour with a case of oysters, of which then he swiftly puts Chef Brian to work. And you guys shucked, 50, 60 oysters?
Yeah, not yet.
Something like that?
Something like that.
Oh, you still have more work to do?
Maybe.
But we could pause right now so you can get in there.
It depends if anybody's going to keep on eating.
But it was delicious. I mean, what oysters were we eating?
Brought some Lynn from Virginia and some Balan that got sent in from Maine.
And what was the mignonette and the little eyedropper?
Our house mignonette, which I stole off of Hog Island Oyster Company out in California, which I was just visiting a couple weeks back. That's their rice vinegar, jalapeno, cilantro mignonette, and I brought some homemade hot sauce, which I got some hot peppers from one of my favorite farmers out here at the farmers market, and made some ají amarillo and roasted garlic sauce.
That was the jam. But that was just like a cool impromptu thing that happened today because this is North Carolina and food is delicious and people talk and they like to come together, and that's what we're trying to do here at the kitchen. Kind of bring some people together, connect people. So now everybody here in this room, you're all friends. Dan, you've got Taste of the Beach coming up.
We have Taste of the Beach coming up, which you and Matt were guests last year.
We want to be a part of that again.
Yeah, that's a 4-day food festival in the Outer Banks, hosted by the Outer Banks Restaurant Association members, like 70 members. We got about 50 events going on, including like 3 big group events down at the Soundside event site for like several hundred people, barbecue cook-off.
It's crazy. Yeah. Like it's a 4-day weekend, and the whole city doesn't shut down. It like comes alive. There's something happening at every establishment throughout the place, and it's just like all hours of the day you can find food or drink or whatever.
Unlike January or February when I can take an impromptu road trip.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what you do now. So look for that, and we'll have some more news about that as we get closer. But all right, everybody. Well, thank you very much. We'll shut it down, and let's go back to shucking some oysters.
Thank you much.
Thank you. And that's it. That puts a bow on our 5-day-long Kitchen Raleigh This Is Not a Happy Hour event. And look for new episodes coming from the NC F&B podcast every Thursday. If you haven't subscribed at this point, please do so and tell a friend. Thanks a lot. We'll see you soon.
Thanks for listening to the NC F&B podcast. And if you've stuck with us this long, review us on iTunes, and remember, 5 stars are encouraged.